The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Britpod Scene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritpodScene.com or follow Britpod Scene on Twitter to find out more.
Bingo! Shingo! I like it. Bongo, drink it in the Congo. It's a refreshing drink. It came in a carton and you drank it when you were young. Put it on bongo, stick it in the bongo. Bongo.
It's great.
They Swango. David Coffey. He was an X-Files. Anger and fornication. Fake picture.
In alphabetical order, it's Greg and Joe.
Let's garden. Beg your pardon.
Even if we did our surnames, it would be the
So,
same.
hello, my days. Welcome to episode 111 of the All Seeing Guys. I am, of course, I am Greg.
And obviously that makes me Joe.
That obviously makes him Joe, because we do get confused sometimes.
Yeah, just make sure that you get it right. And obviously that you can tell who is who.
How are you, Joe?
Mate, I'm wavy right now. I'm all right.
Wavy. He's a wavy man.
I'm a wavy. I'm chill. No, I'm chill.
Not like
I'm
an inflatable wavy arm man. Not that hectic.
No,
More
I'm not wacky enough for that kind of behaviour.
Gently swaying in the breeze.
I am swaying.
That is summer.
I feel like I'm swaying.
Right, yeah. It's
yeah.
quite nice now. It's cooled down a bit.
It is cooled down. It's been,
British problems, eh?
It's been a productive evening so far.
Yes. Oh, very productive. It is a Friday, and it is 10 to 10 o'clock in the evening.
Fucking hell.
Yes.
Imagine that.
Imagine that, eh? Well, we did go to the pub first.
We did get at the pub.
Yeah.
Hence.
And then we walked back to yours.
We did.
Which
Yeah,
I
that
enjoyed.
Took some time.
Yeah, we had to stop for a wee and what have you.
Yeah, you know. The
Luckily,
basics.
Surbiton's quite a leafy little area, so a
you
little
are a
daytime
fan-
piss can be done.
If you are a fan of urinating outside, I cannot recommend Surbiton enough.
Oh, we don't mean that any disrespect to Surbiton
Or Surbanites.
or Surbanites, but it is, it can be done. Fear not, shy bladders, you'll be fine. I reckon we should go into a bit of geese dropping. Of course, we hear snippets of
Oh, we
overheard
don't having a catch
conversation.
up, are we?
Do you have more catch up?
Yeah, I didn't ask you how you were. How are you?
All right, I'm fine.
Excellent.
I'm
All right,
pretty
well,
good.
let's move on to geese
I'm
drops.
pretty good. It's a Friday.
It is a Friday.
I'm happy.
That's always a good feeling, right?
I'm happy. Oh yeah, I do like a Friday, especially a Friday at Joe's.
Friday.
It means
Friday
shit's happening.
At my
But like
place.
this is happening.
This is happening indeed.
Joe, you actually have geese drops.
I
Joe
have.
has geese drops because somebody did it for him and sent him
Yeah,
geese drops.
like you are, like literally, like we've been saying it for 4 years. Send us your fucking geese drops, and then this will happen. I'll read them out.
Wow, it's exciting.
Yeah,
Strap in.
gives me something to do on the show.
Yeah. Got to pay him extra this episode. Thanks, Pete.
Yeah, no problem. Well, that's just spoiled it. We haven't even done the intro yet. This is geese dropping.
Geese dropping.
Yeah, so I got a message during the week from none other than Pete from the singer of
Awoo.
Swearwolves. Woo, indeed.
Mine was better.
It's not a fucking competition, Greg.
Oh, well.
We're a pack.
Won't get far thinking that way,
This
will
isn't
you?
some one-man Wolfgang shit. That's patented by Vegas. So yeah, Pete sent me a message, and it was lo and behold a geese
A
drop.
geese drop. What did he hear?
Walking towards the market square, down
Bit
the
of
alley
story.
next to Costa, a group of guys, early 20s. Imagine the more wannabe hard basic roadman voices.
I like it.
Thus, I will try to impersonate.
Oh, strap in, everyone. Bring your cagoos.
Have you seen those Greeks? Like, you can get like blonde-haired, blue-eyed Greeks, like proper Aryan Greeks. So fit. That guy 1. Guy 2. Nah, you Greek then? Guy 1. Fuck no. I'd rather kill myself.
Wow.
Guy 3. You don't deserve to be Greek, man.
Life lessons. Mate,
Torn.
that's some life lesson
Torn
shit.
inside.
Some life lesson shit, man.
That
That's
was I
good.
like that. That was
That
pretty
was really
good.
good.
Doesn't deserve to be Greek.
No, that's great.
Pete then, sometime later in the afternoon, followed it up
The
with
journey
with,
continues.
with another geese drop.
Oh, ears are open. Flapping in the wind of success.
Yep. Hang on, I've got to try and. Yep. All right, I think I've figured this out now.
A story ensues.
This one has like build up, not build up, but like it has.
It sets the scene.
Sets the scene. Exactly. This is the exact words I'm looking for, Gregory. I'm in a bar in Hoxton, refusing to save my workmate from a super weird guy because it was hilarious.
Haha.
Looked like
Save me.
brackets. Looked like an English version of the Count, if you know who that is. Who
You
used
all
to
know
drink
the
down the
Count from
con.
the Fighting Cocks. If
Down
you
the
drink
cons.
down there. I saw it say
down
cunts.
the cunts.
I saw it say cunts.
Yeah, no. If you don't know, we've mentioned the Count. We've spoken about the Count.
Amen
before.
to the Count. If you're listening, you're probably not. What's up, man?
Strangely enough, also called Peter.
There you go.
Not the Count.
Yes.
Yes, I that was really good. That also
Spoilers.
it was nice that outside of our friends group, that people also refer to him as the Count.
Oh, yeah, of course. Not that Pete's not in our friends group.
He's not. We are aware.
That wasn't a subtle fuck you. I do that.
But anyway, yeah. After talking at my friend, telling her that he was like Edison because he invented phone apps. That was the start of it. And then, so there's two quotes from this guy, or two situations. The guy said to Peter's friend, I make my own clothes too. I figured out if I throw money at people, they will make me whatever I want. So I get custom clothing with my initials on everything.
But he makes it. I understand. He said he makes his own stuff. Is that what he means? I makes it. He pays someone else to
I make my own clothes too. I figured out if I throw money at people, they will make me whatever I want.
So why is he making it?
So he's not. He doesn't make his own
No,
clothes.
by
He pays
making, he
people.
means that, yeah.
He means he has customly made clothes.
Yeah. I see.
So after that, I'm just gonna say it again. Fuck it. I make my own clothes too. I figured out if I throw enough money at people, they will make me whatever I want. So I get custom clothing with my initials on everything. I guess you could say I'm also an inventor of clothing.
I love it.
Man, you must
This
get
guy's smart.
You must get some pricks in fucking East London.
He switched on, mate. This guy knows exactly what he's doing.
Quote 2. The gentleman, still talking to Pete's friend, asked the girl, would you like to dance? The girl said, oh, you dance? I'm a dancing instructor. The guy said,
Wow.
I've been a dancer for 15 years. I've never had a lesson. I just go with how I'm feeling.
Oh, God. A free spirit, is he?
Someone's had their Weetabix.
Fucking free spirit.
What a fucking dickhead.
Go with the flow. I mean, that's how I dance, but I don't claim to be a
Do you
dancing
think he was
instructor.
saying that just without, like, sort of social consciousness? Or do you think he was saying that to impress her?
Bit of both.
What
Bit
a
of both.
cunt.
I have geese droppings.
Please.
I had one in the Grove where we were this evening. It wasn't from
Proceed.
this evening. And I walked past a table with got a bunch of lads sat on it, and I heard one of them go, they can try and give me an ASBO, see what happens.
You'll get an ASBO. You'll absolutely get an ASBO. If they want to give you an ASBO, I can assure you, sir, you will end up with an ASBO.
Now, the other day when obviously it was very warm, there was a mini little heat wave.
Are ASBOs even a thing anymore?
Oh, well, apparently. It was very warm, and I was in a shop, and there was an old dear in front of me.
Yeah.
And I just heard her go to the guy behind the counter, Jesus, I can't see! Like rubbing the sweat out of her eyes. Like, Jesus, I can't see! Like panicked, like I'm blind all of a sudden. I was like,
Jesus,
oh,
take the wheel!
got to deal with this.
Funnily enough, on the on that day that was incredibly hot, I too heard a geese drop.
Oh,
I was I did the late shift that week, so it wasn't too bad. I was coming home at like sort of 10:30.
Okay.
So it was a bit cooler, but this particular
yeah.
night it was still very, very warm.
muggy, heavy.
And I'd got my train. No trains were going to Surbiton, so I got on one to Kingston, and these people got on to Wimbledon with me. And it was like 3 girls and a guy, and they're all sort of sitting
in a pizza
there,
parlour.
all been out on the piss like all day or whatever, and they're all just kind of sort of like sitting there bragging about it. And then one of the girls just goes, "Oh, my tits are hanging out, but I don't give a shit."
Wise words to live by. Again, another lesson.
I love
We're
it.
giving out lessons today.
I love it when people emphasize like certain words like shit, where it's just like shit.
I have one more geese drop.
Just the one.
Yep.
Oh.
£18.50 for 2 drinks.
What? Hang on, that's a fucking lot of money.
That was Janine from EastEnders. In the Grove. The actress that plays Janine EastEnders in the Grove. To be fair, she was buying she was buying 2, like, I don't know if it was a wine or not, but it wasn't just like a beer. Like, it might have been.
I mean,
but
that
yeah,
does seem-
the
that
guy
does-
the guy was like, "Oh, were you having a whatever this is?" And she was like, "Oh, it's expensive," and she was right. I actually do stand behind you on this one.
$18.50
For 2 drinks.
That's London prices.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I remember the
Bit too
day I
big for
paid.
their
I
boots
remember.
out that
I
day.
remember when it was my 21st birthday, and we were doing like Randy and Chris, before they were in Earthtide, were in a band called Filthy Love.
I love that name.
Filthy Love, and
It's a great band
which then became Blind Tyrant.
I prefer Filthy Love.
Filthy Love was great, man.
It's a
But
better name.
they were on literally the day of my birthday. No, it was a couple of days before. Sorry, and day of my 21st birthday. They were playing up at the Purple Turtle in Camden.
Oh yes.
And I was just like, it was on like a Thursday, and I was
Wow.
just like, fuck this, I'm booking the week off work,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna I asked my mum and dad, I was like, look, I want to go up to London and see my
Up
friends.
to London town to seek me fortune.
Yeah. But then
Cap in hand.
so like my mum and dad were just like, well, if you and your friends go, do you want us to just basically just like pay for like 2 hotel rooms and you can just all crash there instead of like coming back on the night bus? I was just like, yes.
That'd
So
be incredible. Yes.
We went up during the day, started drinking, went back to the hotel rooms, all got dressed in like shirts and ties, looking like literally lost profits in like 2006.
Nice.
Before the accusations.
You weren't abusing babies.
Yeah, not accusations. The truth came out. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. You weren't dressed in suits. Make believe.
So we were all
Trust your
fucking
kids.
like shirt and tied up and that, and it was just like, so we were right down near the lock. So in like the Holiday
I
Inn,
remember the door.
and so we thought, hang on, what if we just drank our way to the Purple Turtle, which is a
Is that
good old.
fuel? You mean drink and move? Yeah.
Yeah, no, we were just like literally, we'll go in each bar, we'll get a drink, we'll fucking drink it, we'll move on, and so we started like walking down there and stuff. The first fucking bar we went into, I think I'd offered to get someone else another drink, and I was just like, fuck it, let's start off big. And we're just like, two double whiskey and cokes, please. And the guy was just like, that'll be 20 quid, and I was like, fuck, that is brutal.
Yeah, it is.
That is the harsh realities to
Yeah.
a new 21-year-old.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Ordered singles rest of the night.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Got fucked.
The Elton John single.
I got really fucking drunk that night. That was good fun.
Oh god! After you spent your 20 quid, you got to catch up, haven't you?
I walked-
You spent half your budget.
We walked, but when the night was over, I fucking was hammered and like trying to throw up outside, but I couldn't. And because I was concerned about getting sick all over my shirt, I took my shirt off, and then apparently still had the tie around my neck.
Wow,
And and I had a t-shirt underneath, which was hanging out my back pocket.
it's classy.
And then my trousers fell down, and apparently I walked from the Purple Turtle, which is like near Mornington Crescent,
yeah, I know.
all the way up to the Holiday Inn, with my trousers around my ankles.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, the fucking state, mate.
That sounds like it. Holy fuck.
Threw up black when I got back. 'Cause I just, it was
you
all
got
just
back. At least you got back.
Jack and Cokes and shit.
At least you got back.
I
Was
woke up.
Was it walk back to just a little walk back to the hotel?
Yeah.
That's
But like
alright,
my Karina and Arthur and Carl like fucking helped me back.
No,
But
well,
apparently there were people shouting at me. I didn't notice.
I remember getting very drunk while I probably told this story. When I worked at Summerfield, so I was probably about 15, 16.
Yeah.
And maybe I will.
We all know of your times at Summerfield,
Maybe I will
Greg.
say this. There was a bottle of 1.5 litre vodka stolen. And me and my co-worker happened to stumble upon it. And we decided to drink it on the walk home. And I'd only been drunk a couple of times before, I think, at this point. Not proper fucked. And I was a mess. I was a fucking state. Like, he had to, like, carry me. We were, like, in Berrylands, which is far. I mean, I was probably yesterday 15, 16. It's like a long walk to Cheshunt. And I kept throwing up. He said at one point I, like, threw up in this garden, like, loads. And this woman came out and, like, called an ambulance. And, like, he, like, dragged me away, like, to get me home. Like...
Holy
I was
shit.
a mess, man, a fucking mess. And he said when he got me to my front door, he literally walked me to my front door, stood me in front of the door, got my keys, put them in my hand, and was like, "Go." And apparently I like put the key in, fine, and he walked off. And I even apparently turned around and was like, "Good night." Don't remember any of it. My parents were still up,
Of course.
and I walked in, and I was in a band at school. And there was another band called Anderson, and they were like it used to just be we were the only band, and then we joined sixth form, and this other band were around. And we used to always just joke that they were like our nemesis. They weren't; they were lovely guys, they really were. But we used to joke that they were like our nemesis. And fuck, am I telling the story, Joe?
Because it's amusing. You were getting really fucked when you were really, really fucked.
Right, so I've got home, I'm fucking smashed, and I go into the living room. Mum and Dad was watching TV.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I kind of remember this.
And roughly what time is it?
I don't know. I don't think it's that 10, maybe 11. And I kind of remember this, but it could be a lot from, it's the only kind of you were really drunk story my mum ever brings up. It's just this one. And she doesn't bring it up very rarely, but it always sticks with me because I don't really remember it. But from her story, I started piecing bits together, but I got in. And I was probably wearing a fucking stupid shirt and my long Spike from Buffy leather jacket. And I probably fucking walked in the living room and was like, I've been shot.
What?
I've been shot. And I like walked in and was like holding my side and was like, I've been shot. And I was like, Anderson has shot me. And I like fell to the floor. And they were like, oh God. And I was just like, Anderson, the other band, they shot me.
A real Biggie and Tupac situation in sixth form, wasn't it?
And I like put my arms over my chest, like the rest in peace, and just passed out.
You fucking moron.
I just remember the next morning, Mum just being like, "I've never seen you that drunk.
Nah.
Like that was something else.
I've
never seen you that way.
I don't even want to think about
Like, it
the
was,
drunkest my parents have seen me.
Just the way Dave told the story of getting me home and just sitting in parks and for ages, waiting to be able to get up again, like taking me down the back routes to get me home. I swear,
Making sure no one sees you.
I think we'd like drunk a load and then gone and fucking smoke weed somewhere. Like,
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah.
bad,
When you're young, man. When you're young, that would definitely fucking do it.
That was a fun trip down being fucked.
Being fucked lane.
Memory lane. Fuck lane. I won't lie. This episode, we're in for a bit of a dark episode in terms of content. Let's start with a fucked up story, which sounds like it could be straight out of a horror film.
Ooh, pray tell.
You may have seen this in the news. Like Frankenstein's woman's head attached to man's body, found lying next to a bucket of human parts in lab.
No,
Bum, bum, bum.
No, I haven't heard about that.
FBI agents have reportedly found buckets full of heads, arms, and legs, as well as refrigerated heaps of male genitalia and different people's body parts sewn together while working on a case concerning illegal trafficking body parts.
Guess who's back? Back again. Dharma's back.
The Biological Resource Center in Phoenix, a body donation and tissue bank facility, is being sued by 8 families.
Fucking hell. So there was just discarded body parts in a lab somewhere.
The lab was raided by the FBI in 2014, but the testimonials detailing what the agents have found have only just been made public because of lawsuits.
So why? Does it say why they raided the lab?
Because they were following a human trafficking body part. Sorry,
they
were following they were tracking.
They had a lead.
Yeah. Agents said the bodies had been dismembered with chainsaws and bandsaws, according to a report from US news outlet KMOV4. The lawsuit reportedly alleges pools of human blood and bodily fluids were found on the floor of the freezer. There were no identification tags to mark the corpses. A cooler filled with male genitalia and a bucket of heads, arms, and legs, and they saw infected heads.
Infected?
Yeah. They also
Infected how?
describe the sight of a small woman's decapitated head, which was also sewn into a large male torso, like Frankenstein, and hung up on the wall.
Man, that's like some Ed Gein shit, man.
It's fucking horrendous.
That is fucking gnarly.
So why?
That is fucking gnarly.
So why? Well, the going rate for a head was said to be $500, arms were $750, and a whole body could fetch up to $5,000, according to ABC 15, who cited a federal search warrant.
I can't believe heads are that cheap. That's fucking blown my mind. And not in a good way. That's so fucking weird, man.
Well, this is the really fucking horrible bit, is that where were they getting the bodies and why? Mr. Harp had donated his mother and grandmother to the facility in 2012 and 2013 on the understanding the bodies would be used for scientific purposes.
Yeah.
Cancer, leukemia, whatever else, using sample cells, says Mr. Harp. That's what I was told. It's fucked up.
It's quite strange because there has been something similar in the news, I think today or yesterday, about a man who found out that he donated his mother's body for medical research, only to find out that it got bought for like $6,000 and used for blast testing.
I've also seen an article, but I've only seen the headline. I've not read the article.
That's fucking...
So I'd need to read the article.
I haven't read it either.
Before I could comment on it,
I saw it on Lad Bible, so I wasn't sure how fucking genuine it was.
I'd have to read the article, because sometimes headlines can be very misleading.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts, though, man. Imagine like walking into that fucking lab and finding that shit.
Wow, there's a guy here.
There's an entire world that exists that we don't know anything about.
This has got to be a fake name. There's a guy in this article called Mr. Gore. Well, spelled Gore. Mr. Gore pleaded guilty in October 2018 to illegal control of an enterprise and was sentenced to 1 year of the referred jail.
Mr. Gore, Al Gore.
Mr. Al Gore. That's fucking horrendous. That is a horror movie fucking story.
Dude. That's some like fucking... That is literally some like Hostel shit.
That is a legit horror movie, man. Shit you don't actually think goes on. I mean, not in that way, but like... You can't expect to hear that coming out of like some well-funded but off the books government facility, like you know, all sterile and but not like fucking Wrong Turn. Like,
that's.
I mean, it probably didn't look like that, but in my head, I'm picturing that.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. That is fucking proper like Frankenstein shit.
That is like literally like the stuff of nightmares.
Yeah, that's like that would be put made into a film now.
Yeah. That is, mate, fucking Eli Roth is coming in his pants right now.
I'll watch it round Ed's. It'd be great.
Yeah.
We'll say, that was good, and not watch it again. Or we'll watch it all the time.
It's one or the other.
Yeah, but that's fucking...
I can't see it being a Waterworld. It's no Waterworld.
I just can't fucking get my head around just, like, the head sewn into the male torso up on the wall. Like,
that's fucking... Dude, that's not human trafficking. That is just
it was like human body parts trafficking.
Yeah. But to like for that just to be on the wall, that's got nothing to do with it. That's something weird, man. That's some weird fucking art shit. Like,
or it was just hanging up for its next client, like draining it out. I don't know how it works.
That is fucking twisted, man.
Yeah, that is twisted.
I'm not into. Whereabouts was that?
You know what? It does say.
Where did it say what like?
It does say in here actually, and I must have skipped past that. Arizona.
I mean, it's hot there.
Arizona. That's crazy, isn't it? In a science lab in Arizona.
Weird.
The officers made the sickening discovery, described it as a horror story. Yes.
That's Stranger Things season 4 sorted.
Oh, there you go. Fucking well done. Oh, so actually, that was the guy's name. The FBI followed a paper trail leading to the center run by owner Stephen Gore. That sounds like a made-up fucking horror name. You don't have to change the name for the film. That's perfect.
There's something.
Dr. Stephen Gore.
That is all too fucking perfect.
I'm Dr. Gore. Sounds like a Bond villain. I'm Dr. Stephen Gore, Bond. Haha, I will have your genitalia as a hat.
Mate, it was probably like although they call it a lab, it was probably just like a fucking studio for snuff films.
I don't know. You never know in these situations.
I just said, there is an entire fucking world that exists on this planet that we don't know shit about.
Oh, yeah.
And it's that fucking underground fucking dark shit world. I don't want to even fucking know about it.
Continuing with the darkness.
I believe in anything God love.
It's crazy how the bodies and like the fact that they have bodies to do this, no one really wondered where they weren't missing. No one reported them missing because they were given away for no reason. But what about when bodies disappear with no reason, like people just vanish?
Well, with no trace.
Yeah,
without a trace, if you will.
So recently, I don't know if you saw this story. There was a guy who had disappeared 10 years ago, was found recently. He'd been missing for 10, just disappeared without a trace 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And they've recently discovered his body.
Damn.
Would you like to know where they found his body?
Wait. Was it in a cave?
No.
Oh, okay, different thing. No, where did they find him?
Body of supermarket worker who vanished 10 years ago, found at the back of a freezer in store.
Oh, no fucking way.
A body found wedged in an 18-inch gap behind a supermarket freezer has been identified as that as a man who worked at the same store and went missing a decade ago.
No.
The 25-year-old who worked at the store was reported missing in November 2009 after walking out in his parents' home during a snowstorm following an argument. According to CNN, his parents said he'd been acting irrationally around the time he went missing, which has been caused by medication he was taking. In a statement released on Monday, Council Bluffs Police Department said the man fell into a gap about 18 inches wide between the back of the freezer and the wall. The supermarket had been closed for 3 years by the time contractors removing the shelving in the freezer units in the store discovered his remains in January.
Fucking hell.
He was left with no shoes, no socks, no keys, no cars, apparently, after he stormed out of his parents' house.
Just walked.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That's awful, isn't it?
It's fault that Mr. Muriello Moncada's cries for help have been drowned out by the noise of the freezers. The death has been reportedly ruled out as accidental after an autopsy showed there was no signs of trauma. Told you it was a dark episode, guys. That is fucking heartbreaking. I got locked in the freezer at Summerfield once, not for very long.
Yeah.
But longer than I wanted to be, so it was fucking cold.
Yeah.
But literally, those doors, they have to close.
Yeah, absolutely.
It wouldn't open. I don't know what the fuck.
Nah, it's fucking terrifying.
I couldn't open it from the inside. It just wouldn't open. I've been in and out of there 100 times, but this time it just would not open.
It's like it's like
no
a
one can hear
vacuum
you.
seal.
Yeah, I just had to wait for someone to come open it. Luckily, it was only about... I don't know. I say 10 minutes. It was probably less, but I was fucking freezing by then. And they opened the door, and I was like, "Oh my god, I love you."
I remember when I was fucking 17 and I was working in the kitchen there, where there was a big fucking freezer unit outside, and the door shut. I'll be in there, and it's fucking cold, man.
Right.
It's cold as shit in there. And but it was like a vacuum seal, and I remember pushing it open, and it just fucking I got it open a little bit, and it just slammed shut again, and I was like, fucking hell. So it was like a button lock, like you had to push it, and I just had to fucking shoulder barge it. Fucking scary, man, because it was everything is frosty cold in there. It's minus ridiculous in there.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, that was fucking scared. I didn't go in there often. Or if I did, I had to wedge the door open.
But what a story! That's that guy's story.
I know. Oh, fucking. Mate,
he was the guy that went missing for 10 years.
That's like 127 hours, but shitter.
Yeah. And longer.
Yeah, I don't know how many hours are in 10 years.
It'd be a bit of a very depressing ending if they made a film with this.
That'd be fucking bleak. But
yeah,
what, man? Yeah, that is an unfortunate way to go.
Yeah, that's horrible, isn't it?
Man, I fucking feel for that person. And imagine your fucking parents. Imagine that.
And how did no one smell him?
I know. Freezes, innit?
Yeah.
Preserves.
What, they smell bad?
No, they just fucking preserve.
He was behind it, though, wasn't he? He was behind the freezer.
Yeah, but I think about the what a freezer I mean, it gives off cold.
Yeah,
it is but I mean, I'm not saying enough to fucking hide the scent of a decomposing body.
Yeah.
But surely over 10 years that body must have been skull and bones.
And it'd been closed for 3 years before they even found him.
Yeah, that's fucking. I mean, imagine if he was preserved.
I didn't say that because whenever that happens, it is usually
like
mentioned.
A man in ice.
Yeah, like Captain America.
Like fucking Demolition Man.
Captain Supermarket.
Demolition Man. Just fucking Demolition Man.
But it's fucked up because the fact that he obviously went missing, no one found him. There was that documentary I watched a few years back, Dreams of Life, about Joyce Carol Vincent. She was a British woman whose death went unnoticed more than 2 years when she died. She died alone in her bedsit in a Wood Green.
Fuck.
And she died in December 2003 and wasn't discovered until the 25th of January 2006. No family, no co-workers or neighbours noticed. Although she'd only just started making contact with everybody after cutting them off following being a victim of domestic abuse.
Yeah.
They believe the cause of death was an asthma attack or a peptic ulcer. She was 38. This documentary was crazy because it went through a dad. They had audio of her auditioning to be a singer.
Yeah.
And then just sat in her flat. And in the article here I've read from, in the documentary, they say when they found her, the TV was still on.
It was on for like 3
Yeah, it was
years.
still on.
Wow.
And there wasn't much of a body left. It was almost just like a shadow burnt into the floor.
But hang on, how is what? So they found her 3 years later.
Yeah.
How did her bills get paid? Surely, like they would have shut off.
Exactly, and there was piles of mail.
Yeah.
But she hadn't happened. It was like she completely
But,
slipped
like-
through. I completely slipped through the net.
That's fucking weird.
It's crazy, isn't it?
That's so bizarre. Wouldn't they have noticed, like, I just don't know. Wouldn't it, like, I feel like they would have noticed, like, bills not being paid and shit. Like,
I don't know if she was in like a council bed sit or she was. I don't know what the deal was, but
that's
I can't remember. But
fucking
she
wild,
was just
man.
there the whole time, and no one came.
Actually,
People
just
might have
sat,
might
sat
have
in the
knocked
chair
door.
looking like One-Eyed Willie and Goonies.
People might have knocked on the door, but usually in those situations, and there's always flies and stuff. I suppose
Yeah.
But
It's fucking. Oh,
I suppose
man.
the timing was just right. There weren't many around. They just decomposed enough. Like it's fucking. It's a fucked up documentary, but because it's true, it really fucking sticks to you.
Yeah, of course.
But like going missing, and the thought of no one noticing is like the bleakest fucking thought, man.
Yeah, that's fucking. Yeah, it's sad.
No one noticing is terrifying.
Yeah.
But on the theme,
Like the fact that no one's fucking looking for you.
yeah, exactly. There was fucking on the theme of being missing. Ed actually told me about this, and it's nuts. I hadn't seen this for myself. But did you hear about there was the tip off of some guy was looking for like his little sister, a little brother. They've been looking for years, and they got a tip off, and it was like a graveyard near the Vatican. I mean, this is what I've heard.
Nah.
And there was like a statue there to go see, and it was like pointing at like a crypt.
Was he? This was because he was in Rome, wasn't he, recently, Ed?
Yeah, but this story actually is quite a big story.
Oh. Pray tell, Gregory.
So they got this tip off, and they eventually were okay to like dig it up, and they dug up this fucking crypt, and they found like a trap door almost with a ladder going down into a big hole, and they found like loads of bones, man.
That's
Like
more than one person.
The Vatican
bones.
City, less than. So this article is on 20th of
And
July.
that's underneath the Vatican.
So this is on 20th July, and spoilers, since this story's come out, they've checked all the bones, and it actually doesn't have, apparently, the kid they're looking for.
Really?
Yeah. So, 10 days after Vatican officials said they'd found no evidence that of the daughter of an employee who disappeared. So the guy used to work at the Vatican,
Yeah.
and his daughter disappeared, and he thinks she's buried there. They found no evidence that her body, she disappeared 36 years ago, had been buried in the cemetery inside of Vatican City.
Imagine fucking spending that long.
Looking,
That's our age, basically.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, 35 years being missing. But they were saying the bones, most of them were historic and older, but at first sight, it's not possible to do an accurate dating. This information might be available now.
I like the idea of like the press conference at the Vatican where they're just like, yes, it's true. Like there is a room that's been found that's full of bones, but I can assure you,
It's fine.
it's not the girl they're looking for. Any questions? And everyone's just like, yeah. Why the fuck are there bones? Like,
They found thousands of bones, said Giorgio Portera, the Orlandian family's forensic expert, who hypothesized that they belonged to dozens of persons. He said the bones had not been catalogued or kept in any orderly manner.
that is as it says, the way that's stored. That's not how you store, like, to preserve.
That's crazy, man. But they reckon it'd been there for like a long time.
Yeah,
Like,
hundreds of years.
and the explanation is that they dug into their renovation records, and they carried out some reservations in that area between the 1960s and 70s, and the bones from the empty tombs may have been moved.
Man, that is, mate, fucking the Vatican, man.
But it's just the whole crazy tip off he just got, the fucking non-disclosed tip off he got, just being
that
like,
would, if you like,
look here and you'll find something.
yeah, if you like, it feels like that tip off that they received was someone who knew exactly where those fucking
Yeah,
bones
maybe
were,
someone that used to.
and they're just like, I need to figure out a way to expose this.
Yeah, this is perfect.
That's so insane, man.
Well,
That's so fucking... I thought we were supposed to be laughing at this shit.
well, let's keep things cheery with a list, shall we? Should we cheer things up with a list?
Oh, mate, your lists always provide
Oh,
me...
no, wait. It's a list of the strangest places bodies have been found. Whoops.
A fridge 10 years later is a pretty fucking high one.
Well, that is...
The Vatican.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. It is a high one. So, there was a corpse discovered on the set of the $6 Million Man.
A corpse? On the... Really?
It's quite an interesting story here. Elmer McCarty was an everyday outlaw who didn't become infamous until long after his passing in 1911. McCarty lost his life to police after robbing a train of $46 and 2 jugs of whiskey. What a fucking legend.
That's some Red Dead Redemption shit right there, man.
At the mortuary home, no one claimed McCarty, and the undertaker decided to preserve his body with arsenic and charge visitors to see it.
Wow.
This display went on for a few years until one man arrived at the mortuary home claiming to be McCarty's brother. The mortician took the stranger at his word and allowed the man to take McCarty. It turns out that the man was not McCarty's king. He was just a carnival worker, and he put McCarty's corpse on display at the Oklahoma Outlaw in his traveling show. Years would go by, and McCarty was sold to other carnivals. The story of who he was became lost. Eventually, everyone assumed he was just a prop and treated him as such. McCarty's corpse eventually made its way to the Pike, an amusement park in Long Beach, California. In 1976, 65 years after his passing, a production crew for the $6 Million Man was filming an episode of the show at the Pike. One of the crew moved McCarty's corpse out of the way, thinking it was just a mannequin. The arm broke off, and the film crew was stunned to see bone and tissue where the arm once was.
Preserved?
The police were called, and the officers were able to identify the man as Elmer McCarty. They sent him back to Oklahoma. They sent him back to Oklahoma, and on April the 22nd, 1977, a service was held for McCarty, and he was buried.
Fucking hell.
They're not all that long, but that is a fucking
That
story.
is a hell of a story. Jesus Christ.
Riding that fucking wave, man.
Fucking hell, man.
Riding that fucking wave. Coming up, so you better get the fuck started.
That's fucking madness. He ended up as a fucking prop.
Longer than he was alive.
I like his carnival tour.
Like, how old did it say he was? Like,
I can't remember.
Like,
but that's a good 65 years of travelling.
It doesn't actually say his age. Died in 1911. But I'm looking, like, well, his body was floating around for 65 years before the burial. Like, he might have even the corpse might have outlived the life, which is a fucking insane fucking prospect.
That's damn.
What else is on the list, you say? Well,
I mean, that's a hell of a
little
start.
look. An employee was found inside the Disneyland Paris haunted house.
Wow, that's fucking hell. That's a bit more present day, isn't it?
The Phantom Manor is Disneyland Paris's version of the popular Haunted Mansion attraction.
I feel like we got too high for this episode.
This is perfect. The fictional narrative told inside the ride tells a story of a previous inhabitant who was visited by a phantom and subsequently passed. She is said to now haunt the house in its scary tale for kids to visit in Disney's European outpost, but the haunted house got even creepier in April of 2016. An actual body was discovered in the Phantom Manor by employees. The corpse belonged to a fellow employee who had worked at Disneyland Paris for 14 years. The 45-year-old was fixing a faulty piece of lighting. The 45-year-old.
Well, that explains it.
The 45-year-old was fixing a faulty piece of lighting behind the scenes when he was electrocuted.
Fuck.
That's crazy, man.
That's fucking mental. How did it say how long it took them to find him?
No, I don't think that long.
Jesus, man.
Fucking Disneyland, man.
Fucking
You waiting the
Disneyland.
happiest place on earth, apparently.
Did it? What year was that?
What, you don't think it actually said the year?
Didn't say it.
No. Oh, no, 2016.
That was fucking 3 years ago. I don't remember reading about that. I feel like I would have read about that.
2016, man.
That is fucking wild.
Do you want to have a go at the next one?
Yeah, go for it. Ghost hunters found a woman's body in an abandoned hospital.
Okay.
In June 2015, some ghost hunters paid a visit to the Kun Memorial State Hospital in Vicksburg, Mississippi.
So at hospital.
A hospital. The abandoned hospital was reportedly haunted, so the ghost hunters wanted to check it out for ghost sightings.
Ghost hunters.
What the ghost hunters discovered was much more chilling than a spectre. They found a corpse of a woman outside of the hospital with a bloody trail leading to the hospital entrance.
Holy fuck.
That is horror movie shit.
Fucking hell. I'm getting a bit scared. I keep looking at your open window.
The body belonged to a 69-year-old Sharon Wilson, a woman who was reportedly missing. 2 suspects were later arrested for the crime when they were discovered driving Wilson's car.
Right, okay.
And that is all given.
Go to the next one. What else we got? That's fucking scary. That's horrible.
That is,
man.
though. That
Imagine
fucking
seeing
trail from the entrance.
That's fucked up, man.
I bet they didn't show that on the fucking episode of Ghost Hunters.
Holy shit.
A man's body was found inside a homemade coffin alongside his mother's remains.
That's sad as fuck, man.
That's
horrific.
That's bleak.
That is bleak.
That is not sad. Fuck me. That's nothing sad about that. Bleak.
Is there a picture of the coffin?
I mean, there's a picture of a coffin in a kitchen.
That's small.
It's not small. It's quite wide.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it is wide.
It's like an old iPhone. In May 2017, neighbors in Laredo, Texas, became concerned about Gabriel Martinez after not seeing the... I literally had to close one eye to fucking read this.
Here we go.
Septuagenarian.
Right.
Out and about for a while. Martinez lived with his mother, who no one had seen in years. The lights remained on at all times, and the grass was getting high around his property. Concerned citizens called the police for a welfare check, and the police made an unsettling discovery. Martinez's body was found inside the home in a homemade wooden coffin.
Jesus.
What's more, there were the remains of another body in the coffin that police believed to be Martinez's mother.
Wow. Holy fuck.
That is...
This is a dark list. I thought this would be a lot more fun, actually.
I was expecting some, I don't know, something funny. Please? Please? Let's see.
End of a wanky wank would be fine.
Let's see how this goes. A man's body was found in the hospital ceiling. It gets worse.
God.
In October 2017, a 61-year-old man disappeared after receiving abdominal surgery at a hospital in Stellenbosch, South Africa. Stellenbosch, sorry. A nurse said that they left the room to get some bed linens, and when the nurse returned, the man was missing.
Wow.
Almost 2 weeks later, the man's body was discovered in the ceiling of the hospital.
Jesus.
It's unclear why or how the man got up into the ceiling. The hospital was under construction at the time of his disappearance, which a hospital spokesman said complicated the search for the patient.
Well, it would do.
That is odd, though, isn't it?
That is odd.
That's a fucking weird
Wow.
one. In all honesty, I'm going to need a bit more of an explanation about that one.
Would you reckon he was just trying to escape? Like,
I don't know, maybe he was on to... I mean,
didn't know where he was, trying to escape.
What's the reason to escape? He's just had surgery.
Maybe maybe he was a former soldier, or he'd been captive before.
Like
maybe
PTSD
he
or
just
something.
woke up and was like, I need to get out of here, and training kicked in, trying to get out from the fucking...
I'm going to need a bit more information about that.
I mean, I'm just hypothesizing here.
This is not good.
Oh, God.
Oh. It's not like awful, but it's just like... man's body was discovered in a fishing net.
Oh.
Something about the water on that one I don't like.
Yeah.
In December 2016, fishermen in Cape Cod discovered something shocking in their nets. Among all the fish in their haul was a human body. The fishermen took the body to the province town and contacted the local police, where police were able to identify the body as Robert Carnevale of Rhode Island. As it turns out, Carnevale suffered from lymphoma and chose to be buried at sea.
Right, okay.
While most prefer cremation for burials at sea, Carnival opted to be interred in one piece. It is unknown what the family decided to do with Carnival's body after he was found by the fishermen. Yeah, that'll fuck you up a good treat, won't it?
Is there any more on there?
There are, yeah.
Oh my God.
You have a dig.
Maybe we won't do all of these because fucking. Actually, this is the last one. Oh no, it's not. There's two more.
Plot thickens.
There's two more. I glaze over them. Woman's body found in Walmart bathroom.
Oh.
Surveillance cameras recorded in 2017 recorded that 29-year-old Catherine Caraway entering Walmart in Sand Springs on Friday, June 23rd, but she was never seen exiting the establishment.
Oh.
An employee, she was found in a bathroom stall with an out-of-order sign on it.
Damn.
An employee remembered going into the bathroom on Friday evening and noticing the door locked. Instead of investigating, they figured something was wrong with the stall and placed an out-of-order sign on the door. Autopsy results found that Caraway's passing was accidental, ruling out any foul play.
Bleak.
Man, fucking just popped in for a fucking...
Bleak times.
Popped in for a shit.
Fucking took the Elvis way out, mate.
Popped into M&S for a shit and fucking... That's it. You're there all night.
Done.
An M&S.
I'd fucking love to be locked in an M&S, mate.
Oh, mate, it'd be great. Well, I always think that...
Fucking
like,
awesome.
Like, just the whole Bental Centre.
Oh,
like,
yeah. That'd be tight.
Just have it for the whole night.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All
I'd want a
expenses
skateboard.
paid. Everything's open. All the shop doors are open. Like, just
Oh,
fucking,
wow.
no one's around, but they're all open. The lights are on.
I like that. Is the music playing?
We can plug our iPods in. We can plug our phones in.
Sick. Oh, mate, imagine doing a podcast from the Bental Centre.
Yeah, with the Spotify.
We should go there one day, man. We'll just get a table and 2 chairs and just sit there talking. Just talking shit.
Yeah, I can do it in the cafe upstairs.
No, just like where the Bears perform.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That sounds like that's a really weird statement. Can I just say?
where the bears perform. The
There's,
Christmas singing bears. They don't move anymore. They're
Yeah.
just there. They're creepy. I don't like them.
Yeah, they are awful. That's just brought back some bad memories for you, isn't it?
Last one. A missing woman's body was found. Dun dun dun. A church.
Oh, yeah, of course. Just sitting on a pew, was she?
30 minutes after a family reported Caroline New missing. Oh, sorry. After fucking start again. 30 minutes after family reported her missing, the body of 40-year-old Caroline New was discovered by a pastor in the church she attended in Somerset, KY, Kentucky.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's do an entire episode of us trying to fucking guess the initials of all 50 states of America.
New went to church on Thursdays to clean. I guess you mean to clean the church.
Yeah.
And in August 2017, someone took New's life while she was in the church. Surveillance showed a man, Dwight Bell, taking a car, which was eventually found abandoned in the parking lot in Indiana.
Fuck. What, so he just walked into the church and killed her?
It looks that way, yeah.
Fuck, man. That is dark. You ain't safe.
There is one more, but I'm only going to read the headline.
Okay.
I'm only going to read the headline.
Does that mean we get to make up the story?
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
A woman's body was discovered in a cardboard box in a shopping cart.
Ugh. That is bleak. Nah, you know what? I don't want to make up the story to that.
That was jolly, wasn't it?
That was, none of this is jolly. This is making me feel more fucking stoned than
I
am.
honestly thought that would actually be quite funny.
I mean, some of it is. The ceiling was an interesting one.
Yeah, I thought that'd be quite funny, but actually, I'm not saying it was bad, but that was
That's a really horrible list of places to
yeah,
die.
it was a really horrible. Yeah, I'm sorry, listeners, if I bummed you out, but if you're listening in the morning, have a great day at work.
Yeah, I hope it's.
Don't
Oh,
make
it's not going to be Monday because it comes
I
out
think
Tuesday.
the lesson, beginning at lesson start. The lesson is, be careful. Don't be one of these lists. Man
If
found
anything-
trapped under sink.
If anything, do not become a statistic on a list that we read out on our podcast.
I've told the story before. I'm not going to tell it now, but there is a way I almost went that probably would have made that list, and that was when I got my curtains caught in the fucking filter in the jacuzzi. Mate, it was horrible. It was so scary. My curtains, mate, just got sucked in, and I couldn't. I was so close to the surface, and I just couldn't get out.
I really couldn't understand that statement until I realised you were talking about your hair.
Yeah, horrible.
I was like, why are your curtains in a fucking hot tub? You fucking weirdo.
Yeah, when I was young, mate,
What
horrible.
are you doing? Like,
I
pretending you had a
literally
cape on? What the fuck?
Yanked my head at the end of it when I thought I was going to pass out. I yanked my head, and because it was underwater, I not only felt, I almost heard every hair go bing, 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 bing.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, mate, it was fucking horrible.
Damn.
Horrendous.
I can't really think of like a near-death experience apart from like that time I fell down a mountain.
He walked up a hill, fell down a mountain.
It's not as extreme as I'm making it sound.
No, it's not.
I've told the story before. It's when I was devil carting.
Yeah, devil carting.
Fucking devil carting. That's I guess but I don't. Again, I didn't feel like I was at any point did I feel like I was near death.
Yeah.
It hurt.
Yeah.
But it wasn't near. I don't know. Water. I'm trying to think. Maybe. Oh yeah. No. I guess like being when I nearly got swept out to sea.
And I remember you saying that. That's a scary one.
Yeah.
That's a big
Again,
one.
swept out is a bit of a dramatisation.
Wasn't near the shore.
Stuck is what I'd say was the worst thing. Yeah, man. Maybe a nice near-death experience would fucking improve my outlook on life.
Wow. Careful. You said that out loud. Should we spin this puppy around with a geese drop and wrap it up? Not a geese drop.
A geese drop.
Should
You've been holding out on me with some geese drops for the finale.
Should we spin this puppy around and do some fucking wanky wank?
Let's have a wank.
We will obviously Daniel suggested with the fucking Natalie Imbruglia's Torn.
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
I think that's a solid fucking
That is
idea.
absolutely
I'm well
perfect.
on board with that. Sticking with a song theme because of course we've done fucking Nickelback last episode.
We have
and we
indeed.
did a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme tune before. So let's do fucking Torn by Natalie fucking Imbruglia. This is Wankerty Wag.
Wank.
I'm on the middle six. These are my middle sections.
Oh, yeah.
Wankerty Wank, where of course we take a monologue from a film, or recently a piece of musical
Literature. Literature.
We take a monologue from a film, or we take a snippet from a song, and we take the lyrics and we replace keywords with those being live streamed on PornMD, which is a website where we can see live stream
porn.
what people are searching.
I tell you what, thank fuck the government crumbled because that porn fucking ban came in is not happening.
So like, you just get a lot of weird shit popping up on here. People are searching. So yeah, replacing these randomly with words from a monologue or lyrics. It's just I enjoy doing it so much.
Oh,
I don't even care if
it's
listeners like, I hate Wankerty Wank. I love doing it. It's so
You know what? You don't like it? Don't fucking listen to the last 5 minutes of the fucking episode. Simple as that.
So we've
Don't
got
be a twat.
Natalie Imbruglia's Torn, recommended by Daniel. Cheers, man.
Yeah, cheers, Daniel Bauer. He's
We'll sort out a beer soon.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. But this is a wonderful idea, and from researching, yes, fantastic.
Right,
What a choice.
So you point at me when the spaces are coming, and I'll drop my
Absolutely,
fucking
sir.
live stream fucking PornMD shit.
I won't be trying to sing this.
No, it was crazy. Give it a go.
Because I mean, honestly, we did that with How You Remind Me, and it just fucking went on too long.
I liked it though.
It was good, yeah. Torn, Natalie Imbruglia. I thought I saw her
Large sex Twinkie.
brought to life. He
Girl shitty diaper.
came around and he was dignified. He showed me what it was to cry. Well, you couldn't be that.
Fuck sister.
I adored. Only took 4 lines for it to get going. Okay, we'll repeat that one. You couldn't be that.
Fuck sister.
I adored. You don't seem to know, don't seem to care what your
African porn.
is for. No, I don't know him anymore. There's
Mum and daughter fuck trouble.
where we used to lie.
Black gays.
Has run dry. That's what's going on. Nothing's fine. I'm
Anal fist squirt.
all out of.
Cum cocks close up.
This is how I feel.
Dad Fantasies webcam.
And I'm ashamed. Lying naked on the.
Cupcake fucks a dog.
Who's cupcake?
I don't know.
Oh dear.
Nothing's right. Or is that where we are?
Lying naked on the floor was
Right.
the last one we done. So illusion never changed into
Nerd sex boy.
real. Wide awake and I can see the
World's biggest piss.
is torn. You're a.
Quick public anal session.
I'm already torn. The ending was perfect.
Oh my god, that was so good.
Oh.
That end was fucking awesome.
Daniel, you were correct, sir. And you know what? It's
hell.
the potluck of Pornhub as well. Not Pornhub. That's the other place.
What was it? Finger fuck herself anal. If there had been one more, I had one more left on my list.
Yeah.
And it was clean anal shit.
I feel like that's a are those mutually exclusive? Clean. Is there such thing as a
man,
clean?
That was good.
Shit.
That was good. I enjoyed that. That fucking end, mate. That was so fucking good.
Perfect, mate.
Let's have a fucking quick look at a couple of these. Cum cocks close up. Was a favourite. And fucking black gaze. Jesus.
How specific?
African porn was good as well.
Yeah, African porn.
That fucking worked as well.
If you obviously have any movie scenes or songs that you'd like us to destroy, then please do so. Write us into us at Facebook. Go on Facebook.
Please do. Holy fuck.
It's what Zuckerberg wants.
That was good. All right, I said that brings us to the end of the show. Man, that has been
That's
episode
becoming your catchphrase, that is.
111. Well, I say it 111 times now.
No. That's it. Well, I'd say. Well,
Yeah.
I'll say it.
I do my Parkinson. Well, I say
that wraps things up nicely. Yeah.
Joe, you're of course got a book coming out. Can you tell me about the new book, please? Of course.
I've sat here for half an hour and you've asked me about my personal life, and now you want me to finish off with my book. You give me 30 seconds to talk about my book, and that's all you. I came here specifically to talk about my book. You're giving me 30 seconds to talk about. Fuck you, Parkinson.
That's sort of the time we have for the guests this evening. But remember, if you've enjoyed watching this show, you get a free Parker pen just for inquiring and just having a watch. So,
although I've kicked off at the end there, I must say it's been an absolute pleasure being here.
It's been lovely having
you.
you.
It's been really lovely.
It's a really pleasure. Of course, we've got the most beautiful woman in the world on next. Victoria Beckham. She'll be up after the break. Thanks for listening. Goodbye. Thanks for listening. I've been Greg, bad Parkinson impression. Armstrong.
I've been Joe. Actually, I was quite impressed with your Parkinson impression, Jackson.
Means the world to me, Joe.
You mean the world to me.
I know.
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.